All right, y'all, we're on our way to a shooting right now. This is at North Austin. Let's see. Directions. Yeah, we're just a couple minutes away. It is, the shooting is on Easy Win Drive, right off of 183 in Lamar, basically. So, we gotta go. 7010 Easy Win.
74701 from 10-4. 36.
Yeah, man, it's right on Lamar. Okay, let's go. For those just joining, we are en route to a shooting. North Austin, right off of Easy Win. It's basically Lamar and Easy Win Drive.
Can you meet me at the garage
Let's see, did they issue staging instructions? Airport in Lamar. All right. Yeah, I was just getting started, and then the call came out for a gunshot victim. So, yeah, well, you're right. What a way to start the day, that's for sure.
Mustang Ridge 11, time. Reckless driver, 3300 block X on 1327. 3300 block X on 1327. About 20 cyclists weaving and running red lights and cutting other drivers off.
I don't know yet. It just happened. The shooting just happened. So it's at Lamar and Easy Win Drive. We'll be there in just a second. We're 6 minutes out right now. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know who shot who yet, but the shooting just came out. They have sorry, I'm trying to listen to the radio. So, let's see. All the fire department, they're staging. they're staging at St. John's and Lamar. We'll be there in just a second. The shooting is at 7010 Easy Win Drive. 7010 Easy Win Drive. It's basically right on the corner of Lamar. It's basically right on the corner of Lamar and Easy Win. I think there's an apartment complex there, I believe. I don't think so. No, I think this is in an apartment. In an apartment complex.
County out units on East Holden Alarm. Baker 10 on Scarborough Drive.
Yeah. We're almost there. We're just a couple of minutes out. We're gonna go see what's up. Do we now? I can tell you who I'm voting for. And it's not gonna be the current. But we don't talk. I don't do too much talking about politics. Now, last night, doing the show over at InfoWars, I talked more politics last night in one night than I have in like the last year. But of course, it's just one of those things. All right. Yeah, politics divisive. We don't need divisiveness. We need people together. I don't care who you vote for, as long as we're all getting along and trying to make change in this city. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. We are 2 minutes out. 2 minutes out. So I got some new microphones that I'm going to be installing this afternoon for, I'm going to be installing some new microphones when I get back for the show tonight. And I'm going to try to get the new cameras installed for the show tonight too. It just depends on how much time I have between now and tonight.
Yours has deceased last week here at the Apache Shores. Evidently, his mom's supposed to be around, so get the dog. I believe I know where the dog is. I'm gonna go over.
There's gonna be a lot of cops where we're going right now. I mean, a lot. So they may actually have Lamar shut down because, like I said, this is a. Let me see if it's an apartment complex or what it is. Nope, this is at. Man, it looks like a park. Yeah, it's an apartment complex. The last time a shooting call came out, it ended up being a murder. So, so yeah, there's that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to talk and do a million things at one time, and that's not easy to do. Not easy to do at all. Alright. 1 minute. It's basically right around the corner here. From what I can tell, they have not let EMS in just yet, so I don't know if this is just a shooting with just individuals, or if this is a shooting with the police involved, or what's happening yet.
14100 thermal and Churchill Crossing. Reference.
But I tell you what we're gonna do.
Blue zip-up hoodie, 2026, 596510. They're freely to leave.
We're gonna go.
sleeping in the laundry room, no weapons seen.
We're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna turn onto easy wind. Yeah, man, keep it going, that's for sure. Go like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hopefully, I'm on Starlink right now, so hopefully I'm not about to just kill the signal with trees and buildings. And if I do, I'll have to pull out my live pack and we'll have to restart the stream. Alright, here is easy wind. Right now, we still have a good signal from... Okay. So right up here around the corner, let's see. Yeah, it's going to turn back to the left. You know, this is a pretty nice little neighborhood to be having shootings in it. I don't know if y'all can see the apartment complex right straight to the end of the street right there, but that is, those are the apartments that we're going to. I'm assuming the cops are going to have the road blocked off. Man, we're going to lose signal back here, y'all. Damn it. We're on Easy Wind Drive, basically, and just south of Lamar and 183. Okay. There's the fire department.
Letting him take his things and leave. We're still getting updates.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of activity back here. Okay. There is 3 ambulances here. Okay, 3 ambulances. There's a bus coming. Okay, this looks like we are at, okay, we're gonna have to go around. We can't do this. They are in the, they're in the ambulance with the gunshot victim right now. We're gonna have to go around. This is at, there's some shops right here at Easy Wind and Lamar. And we're going to go back into the other side. Let's see, how do we get in the other side though? Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to go around. So it looks like this happened at a place called Vigilante Gastro Pub and Games. That's where it looks like this happened at. There is a dramatic lack of police officers for a gunshot wound. Yeah, there's one cop back there, actually. There are 2 cop cars. There's more ambulances than cops.
David 30, can you put a 28 on the card?
I'm gonna have to go pull a UE and come back. Yeah, Vigilante, it looks like, now that's not confirmed, but it looks like it was at a place called Vigilante Gastro Pub and Games. That's where the cops were at. That's where the ambulance is at. The cop was pulled up in an angle right in front of that that place. And that is... That is 70-10 easy wind. The bad thing about being back there is there's just no way to park and stream it. So, yeah, 2 cops at a shooting back there. We're going to have to go make a UE and come back is what we're going to have to do.
Control 831, responding to...
We're going to have to make a UE and come back.
Monday the 30. 37, we're just finding that. Silver Road heading back to the station for partial crew change.
Hey. What I'll say.
They should be at the location, but we can call back to see if they've left.
Alright.
Monday the 30, 10-4.
We're gonna have to go back. Let's see. We can pull right in there and come right back out the other side. We're gonna turn around and go back.
Well, by great team.
Well, great team.
Units are code 4, subject DOA. We're going to be checking the area.
10-4.
Did he just say subject is DOA?
Yeah, Kev, the medicated told me her name is Kathleen, common spelling with a K, Kathleen.
Okay. Okay. Alright guys, we're about to pull back down into Easy Wind Drive. Let's see if we can go back. Alright, we're gonna go back down. Let's see, that's St. John's. Okay, we're gonna go down one and we're gonna come back up to it again the way we did a second ago. Ambulance is already gone. There is another cop there now.
Subway to 2 Austin, you can show me tonight.
That ambulance split quickly. Hope the person's gonna be okay. Oh man, I missed my turn. Damn it. Dadgummit, I missed my turn, boys. way down to easy wind and then come back up, I think. Let's see, this is Sugar Magnolia. We need to go all the way down to... Okay, so this is easy wind. Yeah, prayers. I don't know what happened. I'm sure we'll probably never even hear. And, you know, that's another thing. Since they took away the radios from us, can't hear anything. We have no clue what's happening in this city anymore unless they tell us. And excuse me for being a bit, what's the word? Non-trusting of what the city government tells us is happening, if you know what I mean. I'm just a little untrustful. Alright, there is another police officer right there. We're going to go down and come back up. Alright, so we're going to go down and come back up the other direction too. Yeah, so this did happen at the apartment complex here. It did not happen where I thought it happened. It is actually at the apartment complex. The gunshot victim was right up here around the corner. As you turn this corner right here, you'll see where the victim was at. Well, where they loaded the victim into the ambulance anyway. A lot more police officers here right now. All right. Appreciate it, man.
Austin 7106.
We gotta get out of here.
7106, 225, lock in Mary for city employee verification.
Appreciate it, buddy. I will be safe. Thank you very much. Absolutely, I will be safe. I have kiddos. Oh, hang on. Is something not working? Hang on, let me see. Alrighty. Okay, there you go. I think I found, I'm not going to say your name, but I just sent a request over to you. I'm not going to say your name out loud. It did show your name on here. I think that's you anyway. I appreciate it, honestly. Thank you so much. People like you keep us going, honestly. I mean, hands down, people like you keep us going. And if there's ever anything I can do better, please just let me know. I would be more than happy to do whatever you guys think is best. I'm here for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I don't think, I mean, that look, I know how this the police in this town react to shootings, and if it was something serious, there would be, this whole area would be shut down. So, I mean, I guess it could be just a maybe a like a domestic and something got out of hand. It could be something as simple as somebody just screwed up and accidentally shot themselves. This is Texas and everybody carries guns. So who knows? There's just 3 cops there. Normally when something serious has happened, they shut the whole area down completely. And that didn't happen. So yeah, it's interesting to see. Interesting to see what's happening back there. Definitely going to keep on top of it. She's about a mover. Man, I still have Doug Psalm stuck in my head, guys. Still have Doug Psalm stuck in my head.
Venmo 1500 620 South. Callers advising that they're subject to live in their vehicle. Subject was seen urinating in public. They're in a white SUV with a New Jersey 28. Vehicle is currently parked behind High Five, occupied by 3 subjects: black male, black female, and black female juvenile.
Man, that's see.
Be advised all 3 of them were seen using the restroom.
That's that it's sad what just happened there. There was a call that just came out in the county. There is a male, a female, and a juvenile living in their vehicle. They got out to use the restroom, and somebody called the cops on them. I mean, look, yeah, I get it. You're not supposed to be using the bathroom in public. That's not acceptable. But these folks, they live out in their cars, man, and it's like they I don't know, it's like they don't think that there is any way to deal with it. Did they encrypt all emergency channels, or just police? So yeah, right now it's just police. The problem is they were supposed to encrypt fire and EMS as well, but that hasn't happened yet. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet, but it hasn't happened yet. It's probably gonna happen. They have been talking about doing this and encrypting these channels now for somewhere around, since about 2020. The 2020 riots here in Austin changed things. That's what made them finally push the button, or pull the trigger, whatever you want to call it, on encrypting the police channels. Basically, the police, as they were trying to respond to the riots, the rioters were listening to the police, and it was just a mess. So, but the thing is the cops say, well, look, we need to protect operations. We don't want the bad guys to hear us when we're doing SWAT operations and such. But they have channels called Critical 1, Critical 2, Critical 3, Critical 4. They call them, when you hear them talking on the radio, they'll say Crit 1. Crit 1, Crit 2, Crit 3. Those are already encrypted. Those channels were already encrypted. You could not hear anything on them publicly. So they already had a way to protect those operations. I do know that there's some lawsuits in place to open some of the channels back up to the public, especially basic dispatch channels. So we'll see what happens. We have a right to know. We have a right to know what's happening in the city. The city is horrible at communicating what's happening. You may find out days later. But yeah, that's why it's so much for transparency. It is. Look, we're taxpayers. Those are our radios, so to speak, in a way. I mean, they're our radios. We have a right to know what's happening in this city. I don't trust the city government to give me accurate information in a timely manner. I want to know what's happening. I'm out here doing this job. I want to be able to show you guys what's happening. We're not hurting anybody. We are not, we're not endangering any ops. If it was a SWAT call, I would never, try to get as close as I could and put the SWAT operators in danger. When SWAT calls happen, they lock the area down for blocks around wherever it's happening. So, yeah, excuse me if I don't trust the city of Austin. And you're right. The mainstream media is dead. And what kills me is with the Lady Bird Lake deaths, this last death that happened in Lady Bird Lake. It's funny because Brianna Hollis at KXAN, instead of reporting on what happened and why it's happening, she made it a point to report on why there's no serial killer. Why she thinks there's no serial killer. She's not reporting, look, this death happened. This is why the death happened. This is what the city is doing to keep more deaths from happening. It was, oh shit, guys. Anybody that thinks there's a serial killer in this town, shit, you guys are conspiracy theorists. Rod's up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yo, you found my website. Awesome. Yeah. So also, that my website just went up not long ago, actually. Andrew, there's a guy that's on X. He goes by Andrew from Texas, I think is what his name is. And he is that's what he does, is he's a web developer. And he built my website over a year ago. And then my dumb, tail end let the domain expire, so it went away. I went to try to buy my original domain name back, but it was almost $1,000 to register it now. So I was like, so I had to go with -atx.net. But I'm about to start posting all of my videos on there as well. I appreciate it, Rod's up. I almost called you by your real name. I apologize. I dang near did it. Did like CashApp. Yeah, the thing is with like CashApp, it just, I don't know. They're all right. If you're, it just, sometimes, I don't know. CashApp is odd. Yeah, I don't want to dox you. I definitely don't want to dox you. But thank you so much, Rod's up. I appreciate it more than you can ever know. We're headed down to South Austin right now. How does the stream look? I upped the settings on the stream. We should be streaming at least 720 right now. We should be streaming in HD, not Ultra HD, but we should be streaming in HD. And I upped the bit rate to around 4,000 kilobits per second. Good, awesome. Now that I've got Starlink on board, I've got an internet connection that can support HD streaming. As soon as I get the new cameras installed, it's going to look a lot better. And OBS is handling so OBS is a power hog. It'll eat up a computer's resources. So in the studio, I have a desktop that's a ton of memory, a big beefy processor and graphics card to handle OBS. But when I'm here in the car, I have to use a laptop with OBS, and it's using a laptop for OBS sucks. For one, the laptop gets extremely hot, So I have to take I've got the computer that I run OBS on. It's mounted on the dash, and I have air vents, my AC vents, running directly on the computer just to keep it cool enough to run. And if I forget to turn that part of the air on, the computer will get so hot that it'll start shutting itself down. So it's going to be interesting this summer when it gets really hot outside to see how this is all going to work. It worked well during the winter, but coming into summer, it's going to be interesting. I've got another computer. I've got a backup of everything at this point. I've got a backup of everything other than Starlink. So I've got 2 computers with me, 2 cameras, microphones. I've got 2 of everything. I've even got 2 batteries with me in case I have to get out of the car and go on foot. 2 of everything. So last night we were doing the show over at InfoWars, and my friends up at FAFO Farms, that is Clint Rary and his wife Christina. They have some of the best raw milk you will ever drink, and they hang on, let me get under the bridge. So there at the InfoWars studios, there's some good raw milk there from them, and we had White Russians with raw milk, and it was wonderful. That milk is awesome. White Russians with raw milk.
And you said that was out of Texas?
So when you watch the show and you see us drinking out of a coffee mug, well, it ain't coffee. We were drinking them out of InfoWars coffee mugs. Oh man, Zero, their milk is awesome. If you've never had a mixed drink with raw milk like that, like a White Russian with raw milk, it's a game changer. Woo, boy, that raw milk is awesome. And Clint and Christina's milk is the best, absolutely the best. Matter of fact, I'm thawing out my chicken. This chicken was literally cold, I think, like a month ago. So, yep, that's it right there. FAFO Farms, Texas.com. You got it. So the way they do it, it's very interesting. They have what's called a farm share. So in Texas, if you let's say if you're not like a registered dairy, you have to have a farm share, and so you pay like a subscription price monthly. Let's say $100, and then basically what you're doing is you're buying a part of that cow. Does that make sense? So you buy a part of the cow, and then you get milk and you get eggs. You get the benefits of owning part of those animals. And they have Jersey cows. They have 2 Jersey cows, and they put out some of the best tasting milk you can imagine. After having raw milk, especially their raw milk, I think the last milk I got was from Honey. That's one of their newest Jersey cow. Some of the best raw milk. You'll never go back to like store-bought milk again. Yeah, they'll bring it to your house. Do you live here in Austin? They do weekly deliveries right to your door. Kid you not. Raw milk. They also have goat's milk, I think. Farm fresh eggs. They make cheese. They make butter. You get all of that. Cheese, butter, milk, a whole chicken. They raise the chickens there on the farm and then cull them, and you get a fresh chicken. And I'm thawing my chicken out right now. I'm gonna be roasting this chicken this afternoon. Yep. Right to your front door. That is something you can't beat this day and age. Right to your front door. Some of the best milk you'll ever drink. Yep, that's it, Zero. Love it. And I'm telling you right now. So what I do with the milk is I will take 1 gallon and I will, me and my family, we will drink the 1 gallon that we get, and then I'll take the other gallon and separate the cream from it, and then use that for creamer for like coffees or whipped cream or what. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. And the last time, my last delivery that they brought to my house, Christina brought some so when they're making their cheese and their butter, they separate. So there's some, I guess you call it like skim milk that's left over with the cream taken out of it, and she brought us some that was frozen, and I'm still unfreezing that and drinking it. Yeah, pretty much like Amazon. Yeah, go to their website. You can that explains everything about the farm share, what it costs, and so on and so forth. It's very awesome. And Clint and Christina, they are one of the main reasons that Dash still exists. Last year, those guys, basically Clint and Christina both would go to the camps with me when I didn't have anybody else to go, and Clint ran for council here in Austin. The dude is awesome. He is a powerhouse. Christina and Clint are both, it's like they have no what's the word for it, like they don't get tired. they will literally, like run your ass off, and it's so awesome how much they help me, and never ever would accept a dime in return. Never. They wouldn't do it. And that is that's pretty dang awesome of them. They are the main reason we're still here. Them and Balcones Roofing. Balcones Roofing is Balcones Roofs, ROOFS, Austin.com. Carl is another big reason that we're still here. Yeah, it's like they never tire, man. It's like Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going. And I'm not kidding you. It's pretty dang amazing. I get out there in these homeless camps in the middle of summer. It's 115 degrees outside, and we're hiking 3 or 4 miles, and I'm just like shot. After a couple hours of doing that, I am shot. And these guys are just like, all right, well, let's keep going. Yeah, our food is crap. Most of the food that we eat is horrible. It's horrible. And I remember last year when they told me that, hey, we're selling our house. I was like, wait, you're selling your house? Like, yeah, we bought a farm. And I was like, what the, like, seriously? And, man, they are doing so awesome out there on that farm, though. They're really good people. If you can support them, I would definitely encourage you to buy their products, because you will not be disappointed. Some of the best milk, chicken, and eggs I've ever had in my life. And their homemade cheese. They have a homemade cheese that's got, like, a roasted jalapeno in it. Holy moly, some of the best cheese you'll ever eat. And the homemade butter, oh man, you cook your eggs in that homemade butter. Oh, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. I am getting hungry. What time is it? 11. Oh man. So yesterday I get this, schools nowadays, they don't call you anymore unless it's something serious. They send you a message through this app called Remind. It's like a text messaging app that's secure and all that. My son was at school yesterday, and I get this message from the school, and it says, hey, Giovanna has explosive diarrhea and needs to go home. And I replied, I'm like, my son's name is Joseph. I don't know who Giovanna is. Giovanna sounds like he or she is having a pretty bad day at school, though. And they were not happy about that reply. They actually kind of got on to me. And I'm like, why? I mean, come on, man. Poor Giovanna. having explosive diarrhea at school. That's a bad day. I didn't lie. Anyway, needless to say, I've been blocked from that app. The school blocked me from the app yesterday. Now any of the communications has to go through my wife. How do you get canceled from a school messaging app? You got the same message and remind? Holy shit. Did you reply in a snarky way? Because I did and got canceled. They're like, nah, you can't have access to this app anymore. That is so funny. Oh man, my little boy, he's leaving 5th grade and going to middle school now. And oh my gosh, it's so sad because I still remember my little boy getting ready to go to school, and he was scared and he didn't want to leave dad, and then now he's going to middle school and he's all grown up. Yeah, I knew it was. Yeah. I just wanted to have a little fun with the school nurse, and she was not happy with it. Oh man, she was not having it. I've been blocked from a lot of apps since I've been doing this, but getting blocked from the school communication app is like the pinnacle of being blocked. If you could get blocked from your school's communication app, you're doing something right. Or wrong. I don't know. Maybe either way. Poor Giovanna. It's like cafeteria food, man. They serve crap to these kids. It's so funny, man. I wonder if it was just a school or if it was like mass messaging. I think what happened is, and I was talking to my wife about this, I think what happened is the nurse meant to send out a message to that one parent, but actually like possibly hit the send all button and just sent it to everybody. Are you up in Leander? Is that where you're at? Because that's where my son's at. Hopefully the nurse didn't mess up and send it to literally every parent that's on the Remind app, no matter what school you're in. That's so funny. Poor Giovanna. I mean, I think we've all been there at school, you know, when you get an upset stomach, but the nurse basically broadcasting it to the world that poor Giovanna. Yeah, see, that's where my kid is in school in Leander. We went out there last November. Maybe, I mean, I don't. Let me ask you this: does your kid's school start with a B? I don't want to say the school name, but does it start with a B? Because if it starts with a B, then your kid goes to the same school mine does. Giovanna's parents are like, what the fuck? Now everybody knows my daughter or son has explosive diarrhea. I'm telling you, I would too back then, but I guess it's a little bit different. Yeah, okay, so your kid goes to the exact same elementary mine does. My son is in 5th grade, and he is going to middle school next year. Well, my son, my 4-year-old, he turns 5 at the 1st of August, and he will be going to kindergarten this coming school year at the same school. I like the school. I don't know how you feel about the school, but I really like the school. The teachers are really awesome, and so back when we moved to the area, I got chosen to be on the hiring committee for the new principal, and so we went and had to interview I think it was there was 3 or 4 candidates that we interviewed, and then we would all put our recommendation in. Like, we would all vote on who we wanted to hire, and whoever got the most votes, boom, they got it. So they let parents hire the principals, which I think is really awesome. And we all agreed, the committee that we were on, it's a committee of parents and teachers. And it was funny because when we voted, every single one of us voted for the exact same teacher. There was literally no dissent. So it was pretty cut and dry who they were going to hire. Had to make it. Yeah, that's what was funny. It wasn't, hey, Giovanna has an upset stomach. You need to come get her. It was, holy shit, Giovanna's got explosive diarrhea. Explosive diarrhea. Charter 4 has some behavioral issues they didn't handle, so we switched schools, and they have been amazing getting him set up and working with him. That's good, yeah. I'm really happy with that elementary school. You know, it's when you go, these schools sometimes are kind of hit and miss, but I think we lucked out with this school. The principal is awesome. The teachers are they're really good with the kids, and my son really likes the school. He really has a good time there. Oh man, homeless camp's not looking good back here, guys. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Look at this. The city of Austin, they told everybody, look, you got to get out of here. We're moving you out. And then they don't do what they say they're going to. And then you get this. Just stuff everywhere. Oh, there's my buddy. Hang on. What's up? You guys busy today?
Huh?
You guys busy today?
A little bit.
What is all this shit back here? Is that from that camp right back there?
Yeah, the city had came yesterday, right?
Oh, did they?
So they were on that side and they scared everybody over here. And they tried to start moving out. I told them yesterday, I said, man, look, they're really not going to trip right now, but if you don't move that by like today,
Yeah.
I'll come tomorrow and take it.
Well, a city, the way they're doing this is backwards, man.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Crazy. Well, you guys be safe, man.
You too.
All right. That's a half. What is that? A half a bicycle? You got a carcass of a bicycle.
Yeah.
Did they? Hey, did that guy? You remember the guy that the security had moved? Did he end up moving his stuff over there? Remember last week? The guy that remember you had to get security. Thought you were gonna have to call the cops.
Oh yeah, he did move.
Did he move?
He moved over here. He's right. He's in there right
It's
now.
crazy, man. Y'all be safe. Oh, look, there's smoke coming up. They've got a fire going in here right now. Yeah. See, y'all can't see the actual camp in here, but do y'all see the smoke coming up? The guy wires that's got the yellow plastic on them. There's a lot of smoke starting to come out of there, actually.
Pulled over in a parking lot having a mental breakdown. It's going to be Cody Davenport, 314 of 89. Probably autistic, not diagnosed.
A little Hispanic panic. My wife is Hispanic. She's from Mexico. That's crazy. That was a lot of smoke there at first. We're gonna get this guy out of here and let him work. Be safe, man. You know what? What we're gonna do? Hang on. Man, it's bad down in there, y'all. It's bad, bad, bad. This green belt is just trashed. It's actually really sad. I don't know if my Starlink's about to get pulled off the top of my car with these things here, but alright, if I lose the internet, if I go offline, it's gonna be because my Starlink just got drug off the top of my car. Nope. We got it. Let's look down here and see what's what. So apparently the city of Austin was out here again yesterday, yesterday down here cleaning. So let's see what they cleaned. Yeah, I don't know what it was that they cleaned. They went down there with a tractor though. I wish I could take y'all down in there, because what they've done is they ran a tractor. I don't know if you can see the dirt that's piled up right there, like on the concrete. They went in with a tractor, and basically they knocked all the trees down there to get the tractor. See, they don't want to do this stuff by hand, and I get it. I wouldn't want to either, but here's the problem. What they're doing, they are cleaning these areas just a tad bit at a time. So they come in and they clean for one day. They get one small area cleaned out, and then they leave, and they don't come back for days, maybe even weeks. And the people living here or living in these camps, they think that, okay, well, you know what, they're not coming back. So between the time they've cleaned and then they come back, people living here have already just filled it up again. So it's like this never-ending cycle. And this camp is so dangerous down in here. It's so like up and down, and there's cliffs, and yeah, I don't know how they're ever going to get it done, to be quite honest. I don't know how they're going to get it done. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, it pays. Yeah. Oh, it is a cleaning service. That's exactly what it is. And they do that around this. See, did y'all just see that little squirrel playing with the... See, that's what pisses me off. There's so much wildlife out here. And instead of living like they should in the wild, you know, it's a bunch of... it's just a bunch of, you know, these animals are out here playing in garbage, and it's sad. Look at this. I'm gonna see if y'all can see this. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that yellow tape there, they think that's gonna keep people out. The city has knocked that sign down. What a mess. What an absolute mess. So this is my, the guy I was just talking to, he's a buddy of mine. I met doing this. Since I've been coming out here a lot, I've befriended the security people here, the property manager, and the people that keep this area clean. And so they tell me every time that the city's out here, they tell me what's been happening, how many homeless are moving in. They pretty much tell me everything. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, but they didn't do it here. So it's crazy, y'all. This is all nuts. All nuts. So basically, right here in front of us, right there in front of us is where Gotta make sure that doesn't hit my Starlink. Right here in front of us is where the majority of the homeless live now in this camp. And they're gonna have to move out. They're gonna have to. The city will eventually get tired of it and just come and move everybody out. You see all that stuff right there? It's like a wagon with a bunch of junk in it. As soon as they start moving everybody out of there, I'm gonna take y'all down there with a camera. Y'all got to see it. It's so bad. Same reason they did it for China and LA. Yeah. Yep. This is the old Toys R Us, by the way, that we're driving by. If anybody wants a reference of where we're at, we are basically at the corner of 360 and Lamar, right here on top of this hill where the old Toys R Us was at. Now they've kind of subdivided the Toys R Us into, I'm not sure what it is actually. She's about to move her. She's about to move her. Hey. Say there, but nothing well done. Yep, you're right. You are 100% correct. You know, this all looks different up here now. They've got glass. This Toys R Us, used to be a Toys R Us, looks completely different than what it used to. Do y'all know, is there a radio? There's not a Radio Shack left, is there? If there's not a Radio Shack left, is there a store around that's like a Radio Shack? I need an external antenna for my radios that has the connector on it that looks like the connector that you would plug an antenna on the back of a router with, like a Wi-Fi router. It's one of those little, I think they call them like SMA connectors or something like that. Amazon. See, I bought one from Amazon and I needed the female and they sent me a male. Alright, I gotta figure out what's what right now. Southbound 35, just north of Runberg. I think I remember that. I don't think there's any Radio Shacks left. Do y'all remember, I don't know if y'all saw this on Twitter, this was several years ago, the Radio Shack account. Whoever bought the Radio Shack brand took that account and took the Radio Shack account and just started talking completely dirty, like some of the most filthy things you can imagine. And it was coming from the verified Radio Shack account. And this was back when verification, you couldn't buy it. I need one that's actually connected to an antenna. Let's see. Does anybody know? So I'm getting a lot of people telling me that APD was out looking for somebody in the Barton Hills area last night. Apparently they had the helicopter out. Does anybody know? Can't remember what they're called. Ask for things first before you buy large or small small coax. I'll post a picture of what I need on my socials so you can see it. Man, I'm still taking a lot of shit from people over this Palestine stuff. Alright guys, tell you what, all text 9914 North Interstate. Okay, that's cool. Let me save that. All right, guys. I'll tell you what. I have to end this for a bit. I'm gonna go over here and grab some lunch because I'm starving, and then I'll be back on. And then tonight we have a complete episode of Austin After Dark. It's gonna be awesome, and yeah. So yeah, I'm not talking about it. I was there covering it, and people are giving me so much shit just because I was there filming it. I didn't inject my opinion into it. I just filmed it, but people still crazy. Anyway, guys.